In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to import and render a 3D OBJ in Nuke using ReadGeo, camera, and scanline render. We'll start by bringing your model into Nuke, add a ReadGeo node, then load your .obj file. This node represents your 3D geometry inside the node graph, just like a read node does for images. If your OBJ came with textures or a material file, that's fine. We'll address shading shortly. For now, confirm the model loads without errors and take note of its scale in the viewer's 3D mode, as OBJ units can vary from app to app. Next, add a camera node. Think of this as your virtual lens that defines what the render will see. You can adjust basic properties like focal length, aperture, and transform values to frame the model. If the object isn't visible at first, try dollying the camera back or rotating it around the model. A quick tip: if the model seems clipped or disappears when you move in, adjust the camera's near and far clipping planes to better fit the scene. Now add a scanline render node. This is the bridge between Nuke's 3D world and your final 2D image. Connect the ReadGeo to the scene input of the scanline render and connect the camera to its camera input. Then pipe the scanline render output into the viewer. You should now see a flat 2D render of your 3D object, which is ideal for compositing or further grading. If nothing shows up, double check that the camera is pointed at the geometry and that the geometry isn't scaled too large or too small. If you want your object to look more realistic, you can optionally add a shader. Drop in a Fong or diffuse shader and connect it to the material input of your geometry. Fong will give you specular highlights and a smoother look, while diffuse provides a simpler matte appearance. If your OBJ includes textures, map them in the shader's input so they drive color or specular response. This step helps your model respond to light in a way that's closer to how real materials behave. Finally, if the model needs repositioning, add a transform geo node. Use it to move, rotate, or scale the object so it sits nicely in frame. A small uniform scale often helps when imports arrive unusually large or tiny. That's it. ReadGeo to load the OBJ, camera to define the view, scanline render to convert it to 2D, and the viewer to preview, with optional shaders and a